Greeting folks, our lesson for today is about confront and level, brought to you by Dr. George Tanis, and narrated by Lydia. If there is one word that makes most of us uncomfortable is the word confrontation. Several people fear this word. For some, it's a source of anxiety and stress. And for many, the word confrontation is a synonym to a nightmare. Hence, several people try their best to stay away from confrontations. When people successfully manage to dodge the confrontation bullet, they experience a huge wave of relief. There is no doubt there. But in the long run, avoiding confrontations brings them pain and misery. As people escape the situations that involve confrontations, they deprive themselves of several opportunities. Opportunities that can bring positive changes in their lives. In several instances, people often choose silence over confrontations when they receive disrespect, injustice, mistreatment, bullying, abuse, etc., and as a result, they find themselves leading unhappy lives. They are often seen struggling with as well as putting up with toxic relationships, workplace troubles, family issues, etc., and most of the time they remain angry, engage in criticizing others, and can be seen pointing fingers for their own sorrows. Confrontation is just one part of the whole scenario. Another part most people forget about is leveling. Several times, people on the receiving end of the confrontations get angry or worked up. They completely deny what others convey to them, get frustrated and turn confrontation into a heated argument, which most people fear. But is escaping confrontations worth it? Absolutely not. There is no denying that confrontations are hard. Why? Because confrontations have always been presented in a negative light. When most people think about confrontations, they start weaving thoughts about how confronting someone will distort their relationships. But the truth can be entirely different. The deeper the relationships, the more meaning confrontations hold. Relationships thrive when they are built on honesty, openness, effective communication, and mutual respect. And confrontations promote these values. Hence, for healthy relationships, confrontations and leveling become the key. And in this article, we are going to explore both on a deeper level. But before we jump right into each of these, let's understand what this means. Understanding confrontation and leveling. To confront means to let someone know how you feel about them, their actions, their ideas, etc. in a respectful manner. Confrontations are not criticisms and certainly not intended to initiate conflict. It's just an act of presenting facts in a manner that enables you to express yourself effectively. But it takes two to tango. To have a successful confrontation, the person on the receiving end needs to keep an open mind. It's also important for him to be a good listener and to practice leveling. Leveling involves a person to be honest about his feelings and be open. It involves expressing emotions, which enables him to make the situation mild and unchallenging. For example, when Dave's boss questions him why he is not able to meet the deadlines, instead of becoming defensive about his work, Dave tells him calmly that he is having a hard time understanding the client's expectations. Let's take another example. When Rita confronts her husband Justin about his increasing drinking, Justin calmly tells her about increasing workload at the office, and also lets her know that he is not able to handle the stress of juggling work and family together. When people practice confrontations and leveling, instead of defending themselves and engaging in conflicts, they work together to find solutions to their problems. Benefits of practicing confrontations and leveling. There are several perks of practicing confrontations and leveling. When done right, these pave the way for free-flowing conversations. Below are some more upsides of the same. Better relationships. Confrontations and leveling promote honesty, openness, and enable people to find solutions to complex situations while being respectful towards each other. This enables them to improve their relationships effectively. Be more vocal about needs. When people in a relationship suppress their needs, a relationship starts to feel like a trap. But when they are vocal about what they want, they live better and more satisfying lives. Confrontations and leveling encourage people to talk about their needs. Promote open-mindedness. People on the receiving end of the confrontation get the opportunity to access new ideas as well as perspectives. When people practice leveling, they get the opportunity to express themselves positively while keeping an open mind. Make you solution-oriented. Confrontation and leveling, when done right, enable you to recognize the challenges and find solutions. Instead of promoting resentment or anger, confrontation and leveling promote problem solving. So, if there are several merits of practicing confrontation and leveling, wouldn't it be great to adopt these healthy practices? How to confront and level. Whether you are the one trying to confront someone, or you are on the receiving end, the below points will help you have better communications and build better relationships. Maintain a journal. If you are afraid of confrontations, the first step would be to be honest with yourself. Why are you feeling afraid? Is it the fear of deforming a relationship? Is it that you don't want to hurt someone? Or are you just trying to please someone? If you want to become a better leveler, list out all the things that went wrong in your past confrontations. What made you angry? Did you respond in a positive tone? Make notes in your journal. Address your assumptions. Are you assuming confronting your boss will get you fired? Are you under the impression that addressing your wife's overspending will lead to conflict? Are you under the impression that when someone points out mistakes in your work reports, they are trying to undermine you? Eliminating assumptions enables you to keep an open mind and helps you conduct better discussions. Ditch the fear. Most people refrain from speaking up because they are too afraid. They are afraid of rejection, judgments, being offensive, hurting someone, etc. Hence, they choose silence. Most end up pleasing people or being a pushover due to fear. But confrontation gives you power. The power of being vocal about your needs and setting things right where both people can be happy. Practice staying calm. Most people try their best to keep their cool, but end up getting angry. Why? Because they get sidetracked by emotions. When people isolate themselves from their emotions and stay calm, they find solutions. Do you also feel the crippling fear when you think about confronting someone? Do you also dodge the situation like a pro? Why do you feel the fear and why do you avoid confrontations? The essay. Please write an essay, up to 2 pages, about a past experience you had when you confronted someone, or someone confronted you and the outcome. Tell us in detail, who, what, when, where, why, to whom, the place of what you did, the outcome. And tell us in detail how you could have changed that use from what you learned today, so the outcome would have been good. Internalize this lesson. Make it become a part of you. Use your communications workbook to save your essay. At the end, you will submit all workbooks for your certificate. Thank you, George Tanis, PhD. It is time now to move on with your free studies.